Hey, Stav. Hey, Eldis. Hey, guests. So, just recently, I moved to Colorado with my girlfriend that I've been with for a little over 2 years, who I am planning to propose to soon. Just bought the ring. I'm actually having it, like, custom made, and it's not as expensive as it might sound to do that or anything. I'm hoping to ask in the early summer. My question, though, is how can I go about asking her for a little bit more help with things around the house without sounding like an asshole? And for context, I
get your bitch acting
have
right.
my master's in project management and a bachelor's in business, and I work at a tech company as a project manager. And she is working on starting her own business.
Awesome.
Basically selling a lot of really different like arts and crafts and sculptures and visual art. And she's really good and she's really dedicated, and I support her, and that's great. But she recently decided that she was going to pursue this route instead of going to school. And so she's just kind of working part-time, and I want her to do great, and I'm being really supportive of it. But basically her part-time job is like maybe 15 hours a week, and I work about 60 hours a week, and I do about 100% of the cooking and cleaning, and I pay half of the rent, all of the utilities, and for all of the groceries. And lately I'm just feeling pretty overwhelmed, and it kind of came out of nowhere that I was feeling this way, so I don't want to go to her and be like coming out of nowhere and being an asshole and making her feel bad when she might be caught off guard by it and say, hey, why didn't you tell me this sooner? Why are you just telling me all this now? And so
this man he can't even say how he feels. He's already preemptively like having the argument.
He's gaming it out.
He's like having her. He's like making concessions before they've even had the fucking discussion. Like, hey, I know this is out of nowhere. It's like, dude, you feel this way because it's fucking crazy, and maybe you were just in denial, and it's like, whatever. It just hit you. First of all, you need to say how you feel. Don't already be. Anyway, let's finish this. Let's finish the call. But it's like, don't do this. Don't do the like, oh, I already have to make concessions before I've even said anything. That's, a fool's errand. But go ahead, I'll just keep going.
I really don't want it to be like a conflict, and I know that she's not.
Right. I mean, that's what it is.
Intentionally being a moocher or being lazy. I just, I don't know how to kind of like ask for a little bit of help with the workload. I don't know. I don't know if you guys think. If this is too long, I'll probably try again sometime if I'm still dealing with it. But,
damn, he's just bro's dating a Latina.
Yeah. Is he?
I don't know.
Don't they do a little something around the house? Is that?
I don't know. You just said there's one that's supposed to come and she never came.
That is true. That is true.
New age. They might be evolving.
This is nuts. To be working this much, to do all of the cooking and cleaning.
It does seem like he gets yelled at a lot. He sounds very battered in his voice.
Yes, and he says, I don't want to create conflict. That's the crux of the issue here. This is not a guy who stands up for himself in any context, let alone in his relationship. And
I also love the like completely unnecessary preface of like engagement, looking for the ring.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna get it custom.
Hey, look,
but
I'm a
it's
good
not
guy.
that expensive.
I'm a good guy. I'm just gonna kill myself if I have to fucking meal prep any more lasagna and then clean the pan while being on time for my morning stand up every day. Yeah, I mean, this is nuts. You've just allowed this. You've allowed a crazy imbalance in your relationship for way too long.
So now you got an elephant in your apartment, and how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Yes,
that's right.
That's the move. So I think what you got to do is you go to her. You don't start general. You don't say, hey, if you could do a little more cooking, cleaning around the house. Just after you eat dinner or something, just be like, hey, would you mind doing the dishes?
Yeah,
like,
I cook
one specific thing tonight. And,
that's a great point. Yeah. That's
dumping 5 arguments at once is more of a girlfriend thing anyway. Yeah. Like that's how they win arguments is they have 5 different ones simultaneously. And you're just getting like
you're confused.
You're like, you're fighting on 2 fronts.
Dude, yeah. You're fighting with a blindfold on, dude. Yeah, that's I think a smart way to do it. You know, maybe get the proposal. You know, if you really want to marry this girl, just do it. Find the right moment, and that will buy you some sort of girlfriend points. Because
honey,
now
will
it's
you
wife
conditionally make me the happiest man? As long as you meet a set of conditions, you will be my wife.
Pending your behavior over the next 6 months,
This
would
shiny
you be
diamond
my
ring.
wife?
I drafted up a prenuptial offer letter.
Would you like to have a
PDF.
probationary period as my spouse?
Do not read the fine print, please.
So yeah, dude. I mean, like, I think JP, I think you're absolutely right. Like, the one step at a time. Like, make it clear how much you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get it to even. I mean, like, honestly, you got to get it to a little more than even, in my opinion. You have, like, this should have. Where he fucked up is when she has the decision of, like, I'm gonna, like, work on my own stuff. He could be like, you know, that's cool. Like, because see, the problem is he's still paying half the rent, which is interesting. So he's not even trying to get her to do more housework. He just wants an even split.
Yeah.
Even though if you're working 60 hours a week, the person who's working more, like, should, you know, you could maybe weigh that where it's like, because it's not about necessarily even, it's about, like, what's the fairest for us. We can be, because we're a fucking couple, we can really, split up like the needs of the family as to each whatever they can do. But all he wants to do is get to 50-50. Then it's like, I think you're right, JP. It's like, hey, I cook, you do this, or
start with the small
do you want to
stuff.
cook, or hey, I'm really busy at work. Can we get a can we, like, you know, schedule out our meals or some shit like that? Like, can we, like, figure out?
I mean, if you're working 60 hours a week, you're definitely coming home at like 8 o'clock at the earliest. A lot of times, a lot of weekdays. Could you maybe just shoot her a text, be like, hey, could you, like, put on a pot of water for dinner?
Stuck at the office again.
Send some clues that are like, hey, could you, like, start dinner or do something? Like,
Yeah.
my girlfriend has the more real job than I do in the relationship, so I try to be like, oh, I'm going to take out the garbage now before she gets back. Do something.
Right. Dude,
so,
yeah.
like, you know, like, start dinner. Do a little bit of something before they
I
get
left
back.
dishes in the
Like,
sink like a fool on my way here.
that's a tough one.
Like a fucking fool.
Wow, dude, you got that to go back to, huh?
She doesn't get home till like 8, so I just gotta
All
rush.
right, you gotta
back home.
rush back. Dude. You gotta fucking rush
I'm gonna
back.
hydrate. I'm just gonna Subway surf home.
Yeah, the fear these guys have of their girlfriends, your girlfriend needs to have of you.
Yes.
But you're a fucking bitch, and that's okay.
That's why you got to spaz.
That's why you gotta spaz.
Yeah.
Start
Throw
taking 10
something.
milligrams of Trenbolone every week. Get
Throw a
jacked.
teacup right by her head, but not to hit her. Classic. Just a little warning shot.
silent treatment for
Pay
days.
a stronger man on TaskRabbit to put hole in the drywall, and say I punched that because I'm so frustrated by you.
But make sure she's not there to see it. She'll probably end up fucking that guy. But yeah, I mean, this also is a general issue of, like, this guy has to stand up for himself a little bit. My hunch is you're conflict averse in general, the guy calling in here. I get it. The reason this stood out to me so much, because this is shit I do too, of the, like, I remind myself all the time, don't fucking make concessions. Don't have the argument beforehand. Just go, say how you feel, and fucking, you know, it'll get, and try and be as truthful to yourself while you're having the discussion as you possibly can. If somebody does something that you don't like, address it as soon as possible. The more you let something linger, the worse and weirder it gets. So that's it. Like, just, you know, address it. She might be in her own world. She might be like, oh yeah. Who knows? She might think you don't have a problem with it, and she's like, well, fuck it. If somehow he's cool with this, great. And then if you bring this up and you're reasonable and she has an issue, then you're like, maybe, hey, what's the refund on custom making a ring? You know what it's like? Legitimately, it's like, this is shit you do have to fucking address, I think. I mean, I'm the single man here. You're the only married one. You guys are in serious relationships. We kind of have the whole spectrum of good relationship, of engaged, married, nothing. So it's like, are you guys... Give me the final married guy.
I mean, I think it boils down to, like, you know, domestic imbalance. You know, anxiety is like if you're the plaintiff, it bothers you a lot. But if you're the defendant, like you might just really have no idea. I know.
Right.
I definitely have like been in patterns before where like I'm not doing the dishes or shit, and like my wife does them all the time, and I'm like, oh wait, I should like, I'd like snap myself.
3 weeks out, you're like, hey, every dish has been clean. That's all. Oh wait, I know how that's happening.
Yeah, so I would say like if you've never discussed it with her, just start there and be like, I feel like I'm just like cooking a lot and you know, cleaning everything, and you know, I'm like swamped at work, or you know. Like we said earlier, start smaller on like a day by day basis. Be like, oh, can you do the dishes? I cooked, and you know, I gotta finish some shit up.
Start with swamped at work. Like I feel like I don't know, when in my relationship, whenever I like tell anything to my girlfriend I'm having, her first response is always like, "Is there anything I can do to help with that?"
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And it's like if that's not like a partner's first response, then like you know that requires some sort of evaluation.
Yeah.
The running battle simulations in your head is a dangerous slippery road.
Yeah. Because then you're pissed about something that
Something didn't
never
even
happened.
happen.
And might not happen. So anyway, yeah. Good luck, little buddy. You
And if
timid
that doesn't
little
work,
guy.
just be like, hey, you're looking kind of fat lately.
You're a fat bitch.
Kind of put on a huge amount of weight, and then gaslight her and say
scorched
that she
earth,
has
yeah.
gained weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You ain't this bitch's daddy, dog.
Amen, brother.